You are now ready for Lesson 5 of the Smith Corona 10-day touch typewriting course. First, turn to page 8 of your textbook. Look at the touch typewriting chart and locate the keys Z, X, C, V, B, and slant, period, comma, M, N on the bottom row. Now look at your typewriter keyboard. Locate the keys Z, X, C, V, B, and slant, period, comma, M, N on the bottom row of keys. Curve your fingers naturally and rest them lightly on the home keys. Look at the keyboard of your typewriter to make certain your fingers are on the proper home keys. When you are making any one of the reaches for keys on the bottom or third rows, keep the remaining fingers resting lightly on the home keys. Strike the middle of the key with a quick, even stroke and return the finger immediately to its home key. Study your fingers as you make the following reaches. Left hand, A finger down to Z and return to A. S finger down to X and return to S. D finger down to C and return to D. F finger down to V and return to F. Right hand. Semicolon finger down to slant and return to semicolon. L finger down to period and return to L. K finger down to comma and return to K. J finger down to M and return to J. J finger down to N and return to J. With your fingers resting lightly on the home keys and your eyes on the touch typewriting chart, strike the Z key quickly with the A finger and return the finger to the home key. Now strike X with the S finger, C with the D finger, and V with the F finger. Strike the space bar with the right thumb. Strike slant with the semicolon finger. Now strike period with the L finger, comma with the K finger, and M with the J finger. The B key is directly to the right of the V key. Strike the B key with the F finger. The N key is directly to the right of the M key. Strike the N key with the J finger. Now let's practice on the home row, bottom row, and third row. As I call each letter or punctuation mark, strike the middle of the correct key with a quick, even stroke. Silently call each letter or punctuation mark as the key is struck. Fingers in position on the home keys. Look at the keyboard to make certain your fingers are on the proper keys. Keep your eyes on the touch typewriting chart at the top of page 8 of your textbook. Ready? Type F, B, F, space. F, B, F, space. F, B, F, space. J, N, J, space. J, N, J, space. J, N, J, space. F, V, F, space. F, V, F, space. F, V, F, space. J, M, J, space. J, M, J, space. J, M, J. Return carriage. D, C, D, space. D, C, D, space. D, C, D, space. K, comma, K, space. K, comma, K, space. K, comma, K, space. S, X, S, space. S, X, S, space. S, X, S, space. L, period, L, space. L, period, L, space. L, period, L. Return carriage. A, Z, A, space. A, Z, A, space. A, Z, A, space. Semicolon, slant, semicolon, space. Semicolon, slant, semicolon, space. Semicolon, slant, semicolon, space. B, 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 space. B, 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 space. B, 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 space. N, 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 space. N, 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 space. N, N, N. Return carriage. V, 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 space. V, 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 space. V, 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 space. M, 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 space. M, 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 space. M, 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 space. C, 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 space, C, 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 space, C, 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 space, comma, 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 space, comma, 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 space, comma, comma, comma. Return carriage. X, 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 space, X, 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 space, X, 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 space, period, 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 space, period, 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 space, period, 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 space, Z, 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 space, Z, 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 space, Z, 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 space, slant, 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 space, slant, 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 space, slant, slant, slant. Return carriage. Stop typing. Are you relaxed and comfortable? For this is the secret of effortless typing. Be comfortably relaxed and use a light snap on the keys. Now, here are some other letter combinations. Fingers in position on the home keys. Look at the keyboard to make certain your fingers are on the proper home keys. Eyes back to the touch typewriting chart. Ready? Type. F, B, H, F, space, J, N, G, J, space, F, V, H, F, space, J, M, G, J, space, D, C, H, D, space, K, comma, G, K, space, S, X, H, S, space, L, period, G, L, space, A, Z, H, A, space, semicolon, slant, G, semicolon, return carriage. F, B, J, N, G, space, F, V, J, M, H, space, D, C, K, comma, G, space, S, X, L, period, H, space, A, Z, semicolon, slant, G, return carriage, F, B, F, T, space, J, N, J, Y, space, F, V, F, R, space, J, M, J, U, space, D, C, D, E, space, K, comma, K, I, space, S, X, S, W, space, L, period, L, O, space, A, Z, A, Q, space, semicolon, slant, semicolon, P, return carriage, stop typing. You have now mastered the first 3 rows of keys, including all of the alphabet keys. You can now type any word that you can spell. The next lesson, Lesson 6, will be found on pages 9 and 10 of your textbook. It consists of additional letter practice and word practice. If you would like additional voice practice before going on, replay this record. Your next recorded instruction will be Lesson 7 on side 2 of this record, covering the home row, third row, bottom row, and numeral row keys. You are now in the home stretch of the Smith-Corona 10-day touch typewriting course. This is Lesson 7. When you complete this record, you will have mastered all 4 rows of your typewriter keyboard. First, turn to page 11 of your textbook and look at the touch typewriting chart. Locate the keys 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and dash, 0, 9, 8, 7, and 6. If the extreme left key on the top row of your Smith Corona keyboard is not the numeral 1, then strike the small letter L for the numeral 1. Now look at your typewriter keyboard. Locate the keys 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and dash, 0, 9, 8, 7, and 6. Curve your fingers naturally and rest them lightly on the home keys. Look at the keyboard of your typewriter to make certain your fingers are on the proper home keys. When you are making any one of the reaches for keys on the top, bottom, or third rows, keep the remaining fingers resting lightly on the home keys. Strike the middle of the key with a quick, even stroke and return the finger immediately to its home key. Study your fingers as you make the following reaches. Left hand. A finger to Q, to 1, and return to A. S finger to W, to 2, and return to S. D finger to E, to 3, and return to D. F finger to R, to 4, and return to F. F finger to R, to 5, and return to F. Right hand. Semicolon finger to P, to dash, and return to semicolon. Semicolon finger to P, to 0, and return to semicolon. L finger to O, to 9, and return to L. K finger to I, to 8, and return to K. J finger to U, to 7, and return to J. J finger to U, to 6, and return to J. With your fingers resting lightly on the home keys, and with your eyes on the touch typewriting chart, strike the 1 key quickly with the A finger and return the finger to the home key, or strike the small letter L for the numeral 1. Now strike 2 with the S finger, 3 with the D finger, and 4 with the F finger. Strike the space bar. Strike dash with the semicolon finger. Now strike 0 with the P finger, 9 with the L finger, 8 with the K finger, and 7 with the J finger. The 5 key is directly to the right of the 4 key. Strike the 5 key with the F finger. The 6 key is directly to the left of the 7 key. Strike the 6 key with the J finger. Now, some practice using all 4 rows of keys. Silently call each letter, numeral, or punctuation mark as key is struck. Fingers in position on the home keys. Look at the keyboard to make certain the fingers are on the proper keys. Eyes back to the touch typewriting chart. Ready? Type. F, R, 5, F, space, J, U, 6, J, space, F, R, 4, F, space, J, U, 7, J, space, D, E, 3, D, space, K, I, 8, K, space, S, W, 2, S, space, L, O, 9, L, space, A, Q, 1, A, space, semicolon, P, 0, semicolon, space, semicolon, P, dash, semicolon, return carriage. F, 5, F, space, J, 6, J, space, F, 4, F, space, J, 7, J, space, D, 3, D, space, K, 8, K, space, S, 2, S, space, L, 9, L, space, A, 1, A, space, semicolon, 0, semicolon, space, semicolon, dash, semicolon, return carriage. F, 5, J, 6, space, F, 4, J, 7, space, D, 3, K, 8, space, S, 2, L, 9, space, A, 1, semicolon, dash, return carriage. Stop typing. Now let's try some drill practice on numerals only. Fingers in position on the home keys. Look at the keyboard to make certain the proper fingers are on the proper home keys. Eyes back to the touch typewriting chart. 1, space, 0, space, 2, space, 9, space, 3, space, 8, space, 4, space, 7, space, 5, space, 6, space, 1, space. 0, space. 2, space. 9, space. 3, space. 8, space. 4, space. 7, space. 5, space. 6, return carriage. 1, 0, space. 2, 9, space. 3, 8, space. 4, 7, space. 5, 6, space. 1, 0, space. 2, 9, space. 3, 8, space. 4, 7, space. 5, 6, space. 1, 0, 1, space. 2, 9, 2, space. 3, 8, 3, space. 4, 7, 4, space. 5, 6, 5, return carriage. Now for some words and numerals. I will call the letters of each word and then the numeral. Ready? Type. C, H, E, E, R, space. 1, space. A, B, I, L, I, T, Y, space. 0, space. E, X, P, A, N, S, E, space. 2, space. V, E, R, I, L, Y, space. 9, space. B, R, E, E, Z, E, space. 3, return carriage. T, R, A, C, K, space. 8, space. B, U, S, I, E, S, S, space, 4, space, F, O, X, Y, space, 7, space, B, O, T, H, space, 5, space, C, A, M, E, R, A, space, 6, return carriage, C, A, S, H, space, 3, space, A, B, O, V, E, space, 7, space, Z, E, R, O, space, 4, space, M, A, N, N, E, R, space, 6, space, C, O, M, P, L, E, X, space, 5. Stop typing. You have now used all 4 rows of keys on your typewriter keyboard. 3 more lessons and you'll be well on your way to becoming an accomplished typist. Your speed and accuracy will get better and better with practice, and you'll be happy to know that no matter how fast a typist you become, your Smith Corona portable typewriter will keep up with you. Using proper rhythm, even world champion typists cannot jam the keys, because your Smith Corona is the world's fastest portable typewriter. Lesson 8 will be found on pages 12 and 13 of your textbook. It consists of additional practice on all 4 rows of keys. Lessons 9 and 10 cover shifting for capital letters, special characters and punctuation marks, and some word and sentence combinations to help you achieve more speed and accuracy. Remember, be relaxed and comfortable. Fingers naturally curved and resting lightly on the guide keys, a quick snap of the finger to strike a key, and with practice, that's all there is to it. Good luck to you. I hope you're enjoying your Smith Corona portable typewriter, because as time goes by, you'll find it to be one of the best of helps at home, in school, in business, all through your life.